Millions of people are concerned and frustrated about what is going on in this country and around the world. Maybe you are one of those people. You think that things are wrong, drastically wrong, but after years of being thrown around like a rag doll, you don't know what. This country used to be a Christian country, but it's not anymore. Forget it. It's an atheist country. But humans just can't cope with life without believing in something. And so a new religion has appeared, the religion of woke. It makes no sense to you. The country you knew has been replaced with a vile-tasting, non-stop diet of trans, drag queens, government overreach, cancel culture, climate change, porn, crime, drugs, depression, war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. Woke is an offensive and misguided movement that claims to champion justice and virtue, yet in reality fosters division and conflict. The least capable and those more interested in taking rather than giving are promoted to leadership positions, critically undermining the effectiveness of politicians, police and corporations, making us poorer and less safe. As the quality of life in Britain plummets, it feels as though we are adrift in a sea of chaos. If you now don't take conscious responsibility for your own beliefs and values, you will unconsciously adopt this woke ideology of exploitation and moral decay through your phone, social media and TV.
My goodness!
Fuck's sake.
Oh my god!
There are two forces in this universe that go right through the middle of every one of us. Good, or call it God, and evil, or call that the devil. God, by giving us life of all of its highs and lows, gave us free will and the right to choose. The enemy, the devil, manifests himself through every man or woman who signs up for this new woke religion. However, hope shines through. More people than ever are awake and spiritual. They've taken the red pill and understand that we can only win this battle by also taking the white pill. That is, with God on our side and acting through us. No one else is going to save you, our families, our children from this evil. There's no neutral ground, no hiding place. You must make a choice to stand with God or goodness or yield to the darkness. We have to do it. You have to do it.
Something which is not material moves society and helps it to survive. And the other way around, the moment we turn into 2 by 2 is 4 and make it a guiding principle of our life, our existence, we die. Even though this is true, and this we cannot prove. We only can feel and have faith in it.
During lockdown, many of us turned to churches for sanctuary and hope. But the Church of England closed its doors. They turned their backs on us when we needed them the most. A church should never close its doors, not ever. And they continue to turn their backs on us as they betray the country with their shameful descent into virtue signalling and their shameless genuflecting to perverse woke ideologies, forsaking the scriptures. Who exactly does the Church of England now serve? The government is not your master, and you are not its slave. The government will only love you if you comply with their ever-changing notions of what is right and wrong. The Bible says, "I am the Lord, I change not." God will always love you, and his rules never change. You might think that things will blow over. Nah, I'm good thanks, I don't need God. But the storm will not abate until we draw a line in the sand and say, this far, no further.
This far, no further. I will make them pay for what they've done.
Together we must fight for everything we hold dear. They plan nothing less than to take over the world with power, control and money, theirs and theirs only. You've heard of Genghis Khan, Caesar, Hitler. Sorry, we're not exempt. We too are going to have to fight for everything we hold dear. You just want success in your job and to be left alone, right? A loving husband, wife, children, house, car, holiday. But they want to take that and ultimately your freedom as they install themselves as rulers of the world instead of God.
Lara Logan, who is CBS News chief foreign affairs correspondent and a 60 Minutes correspondent as well.
They don't define the world the way you do. The choices that you face are not their choices. Well, okay, so how do they look at it? And he said, for them, everything is defined by their one fundamental, all-consuming purpose. I said, which is what? He said, to defeat God.
When you have faith in something above man, no human can claim dominion over you. That is why every regime abolishes any form of spirituality. The leader wants you to view them as God. The forces that seek to control and dominate will not relent, but with our faith anchored in God, we will prevail. One of Satan's strategies is to plague us with the thought that we don't matter. He wants you to feel insignificant and worthless. But the Bible says that every person has value, for we are created in the image of God. In every action we touch and influence people around us. We know that the answer lies not in the divisive dogma of woke, but in embracing the inherent worth and dignity of every human being, regardless of race or gender or social status or anything else. Let us find unity in our values of love, compassion and kindness, transcending any differences that they use to divide us. With God as our guide, we shall overcome and emerge stronger than ever before. Believe that your best days are ahead, for God has a bright and beautiful future in store for you. Let His light shine through you, illuminating the path forward as we find hope amidst the shadows and bring about the change we wish to see.